I never knew all these looks had a meaning. Thank you very much.
Apparently so, because joining us on Set Next is one of the country's leading figurative artists, and over the years he's become well known for work that's centered on the male figure.
Well, he said only ever produced a handful of artwork figures featuring female subjects, including one portrait of his beautiful wife, but that's all about to change.
To tell us about his 8th and brand new exhibition is Bayu Utomo Rajkin, and joining him is featuring artist Marvin Chan. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Welcome, beautiful people, to The Breakfast Show. Thank you very much. And yes, we wanted to follow up on the fact that, you know, Bayu, you've always lifted men. You've always painted this Gagah Perkasa man. You know, he's always famous for his
warriors.
The warriors. But this time around, it is the lady warrior that you are interested in. What gives?
I think so. As a portrait artist or as figurative artist, I mean, me also want to have the whole range of doing figurative, either from kids to old men, woman, and male. And I've been doing male for some times, and after a point, I feel that I have to push my boundaries. I cannot be in the comfortable zone. I'm doing what I'm doing because it's too comfortable for me. So that's why I end up when I want to do a female, and it became the biggest challenge for me because I used to doing male, then it's not a question at all about techniques or others. So it's simply when you do it, it become a male. But when I started doing female, can I do the female? Can I look like can I look like a female?
Yeah, your initial sketches, did it turn out masculine?
That's why. So I was like, oh, okay, then I have to do it very carefully. So that's why I really take my times. Because I'm starting doing this model on 2008. And I'm doing a study and I look again and look again. And now, until now, 2011, then I'm kind of like courage enough to put in exhibitions.
Wow, after 3 years of studying the female lines.
Yes, yes.
So you called it Cinta Kasih.
Yes.
Why that title?
Because I think, first because I think I like femininity to be related to something that really quite strong. Deep inside a woman is cinta or kasih, is in whatever form. So I think cinta kasih is a very strong form built in a woman. Things.
The capacity to love, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so Marvin, tell us how you're involved in all of this.
The great capacity to love.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the female subject in the painting is something almost elusive. It's very difficult to combine masculine sense in the painting technique to portray something so soft
and feminine.
Yeah, and especially in Cinta Kasih, it's quite rhythmic.
Rhythmic, yeah. Can you describe a little bit more when you say rhythmic?
Rhythmic is in the way they move, how the story unfolds, and so there's a certain attempt to try to imbue that in the work.
Now, we saw some of the paintings before we started the interview, and it is, you reckon, you know, it is a dancer, but we don't see a lot of movement. What you've captured is a lot of expression. Explain that to us.
I think because, of course, the dancer is a dancer. I mean, you have to feel it lively so you can get the emotion. But the idea, I think the subject for me, or the description that I made from my painting is, I try to capture a certain emotions in certain time, but the emotion not really directly describing what the word is all about, because that's not in visual art. The painting have to describe more than emotion that describing by the painters. So it must be have a multiple emotion coming from the painters and receiving from the audience, giving it and literally read the paintings. Kind of thing.
Interesting, and of course the subject that you've chosen is an Indian dancer, is a classical dancer, dancing the Odissi. Why this particular dance?
Because I think when I see the subject of woman last time, a female last time, I'm interested to have this particular dancers because I'm seeing her as a duality. First is a dancer, and second is a normal lady, or it's a normal kind of thing. First, because in Indian dance, in Indian classical dance, when they deliver a dance, they have to deliver 9 rasas. that they require in the dance.
Rasas as in expressions.
As
rasas.
expressions and emotions, because it must be coming from them, so the whole body can describing it. So because they're telling stories kind of thing. So to deliver that kind of rasa is a very big task for them. That's why they have to learn since they are kids to deliver the best out of rasas from them. And I also see them as a normal people, as a normal girls. So I see that's two duality facets of this female that's very interesting for me. So when I put the dancer on the painting, so I'm asking myself as well, is this the dancer or is this the girls? You know, so that kind of duality that make me or make the audience lingering does make the best out of seeing a portrait. So
You get a kick out of that.
You want to know the girls more. You also the glimpse of what she's doing, but you need to know more them as a human kind of thing.
Well, when you first saw Bayu's paintings, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
The last time or now?
Now, for this
For this solo exhibition.
It's amazing how I've never met the dancer before, but I get a sense of how she can be. But apparently we met her that day at the opening.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it's quite a close match when it comes to describing the feeling of a person. Yeah, so yeah, so there's this sense, there's this poetry that's going on behind the drawings and the paintings.
And your contribution to this particular exhibition, how did you guys come together, and what will you be presenting?
I'm presenting a painting in a show with Kao Liang Kiang. He's also got a piece in there. And Bayu called us up. Hello. Hey, you know what? I've got this thing going on, and perhaps we all like to gather around and do something about it.
So, what is your work like if compared to Bayu's?
Both of you are figurative
Artists.
painters.
Never ask an artist to describe his work.
Yeah, then you'll have a long pauses.
Yeah, I'll need another 20 minutes.
But of course,
Here, let me paint one for you.
but basically, well, we've got these two collaborations going on.
I think in part it's quite difficult for me to tell, especially when we're close. It's easier for the viewer to see that, that difference.
But recently, Marvin is working towards what I call it the prism outlook. So meaning meaning that all the paintings have a look of the prisms.
It's using the triangle as a common unit, like a pixel on TV, to describe the dynamics of an image. Let's say it can look fast, it can look slow, it can look rhythmic.
Using triangles as your prime shape.
Because if you squeeze the triangle and it becomes sharp, then that picture does look quite
Right.
as opposed to equal sized triangles, then it will look quite stable.
But you're doing all of this while painting the human body.
Yeah.
Wow, now that's something very, very interesting. And can we see some of your works at the solo exhibition as well?
Yes.
One.
So you cannot outshine the main artist. I cannot lie.
Yeah. Now, we also understand that both of you are part of the F Club.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that.
F Club, last 3 years we formed a group called the Figure Club, F Club. So basically, we appointed an artist that have a high interest on figurative. Basically, what they've been doing on their current artwork is dealing with figures. So what we do, we're doing a constant live drawing on models. You know, the idea is to sharpen our skills, to kind of discuss among us the possibility or the diversity of figures in every perspective, kind of thing. So we are putting figures in a very high level of discussions.
Excellent. Of course, can you find it on the World Wide Web if you type the Figure Club?
The F Club.
The
I
F
mean,
Club.
yeah, the F Club, sorry.
.blogspot.com.
Oh, you've got it on
Yeah.
blogspot.com. Good stuff. So, especially for viewers or surfers out there, well, it's not a club for models, that's for sure. It's for artists, all right? The F Club, look it up on blogspot.com.
Yeah. So tell us where people can come and view your exhibition. Bayu.
Okay, the exhibition is on until 9 of April. 9 of April. Yeah, at the House of Matahati, Taman Cempaka, Ampang. Yeah.
All right, once again, yes, it's at the House of Matahati. It's in Jalan Cempaka 16. And of course, to find out more, just log on to www.houseofmatahari.blogspot.com. And you've got the address there as well, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's open from 11 to 6 every day, and on Saturday half the day, and on Sunday you need an appointment. So
Wow.
the number to call is 03-9285-6004.
Sorry, 6004. My apologies. I'm going to play
Thank
my
you very
glasses.
much, gentlemen, for being with us this morning and sharing with us your art.
Excellent, excellent. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here on The Breakfast Show, but definitely don't go away because coming up,